In Gilead, obedience is not just expected. It is enforced. Women are broken down from childhood and trained to smile through whatever is done to them. Questions are dangerous. Resistance is unthinkable. And yet across episodes 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 of the Testaments, 3 young women proved that even inside the most controlled society on earth, the human spirit refuses to stay quiet. These are the most badass moments of the season so far. Welcome back to werecap, and let us get into it. Episode 5, The Ball. The Commander's Ball is supposed to be the proudest night of a green girl's life. A carefully orchestrated display where girls are put on show for the men who will own them. But while the other girls are inside dancing, Daisy is stationed in the hallway as a pearl girl handing out towels. She is supposed to be invisible. She is supposed to keep her head down and say nothing. Then an older commander notices her and reaches out and touches her without permission.
Perhaps, if you're a good girl, this white might become green, and you ripe.
Don't touch me.
Heretic bitch.
Commander.
The mousy one, this girl.
Don't trouble yourself. I'll take care of her.
Under his eye.
Under his eye, Commander.
A little Toronto slipped out.
Lose it. Unless you want to lose your tongue.
Sorry, I wasn't prepped for pro.
In Gilead, that is perfectly acceptable. Men can do whatever they want. What is not acceptable is what Daisy does next. She tells him to keep his hands off her, in front of everyone. In a society where a woman can be sent to the colonies for far less, Daisy does not flinch. She looks him dead in the eye and makes herself absolutely clear. Garth has to rush over and defuse the situation before it escalates, but make no mistake. In that hallway, Daisy just committed an act of defiance that could have ended everything for her. And she did it without blinking. Also at the ball, Shunammite is watching as another girl named Jehosheba starts badmouthing Becca in the dressing room. Gossip about the wrong person to the wrong people in Gilead can destroy a girl's future. Shunammite tells her to stop. Jehosheba keeps going.
If you'd seen her, you'd know it's not slander. She's headed for the colonies.
So Shunammite slaps her clean across the face in front of the whole room.
Let's go.
In the very next episode, Aunt Vidala has her palms whipped as punishment while Huldah is forced to hold her down. But Shunammite took that hit without any regret. She protected Becca when she did not have to, and she paid the price with her head held high. Episode 7, Commitment.
Have you gotten any matches? That's awesome. Praise be his mercy. Seriously.
Who? Commander Chapin.
Agnes finds out that Garth has been matched with Becca and not her. It is the kind of heartbreak that in Gilead you are expected to swallow silently and move on from. But Agnes does not move on quietly. When Commander Weston, the feared head of the Eyes, comes to visit her as one of her potential matches, Agnes is expected to impress him.
This is Commander Weston. All 3 men are powerful, but this is the commander to impress.
Paula has made this extremely clear. Do not mess this up. And Agnes sits down across from him and brings up his dead wife.
Agnes, is there anything you'd like to ask me?
Agnes would never presume to impinge upon it.
I only hope I can measure up to your expectations of a wife, especially given you've been married before.
The wife who died in childbirth. She asks about her with a calmness that cuts right through the room. Paula is sitting right there watching her future crumble, and there is nothing she can do about it. This is the most controlled and deliberate act of sabotage. She simply asks one question that she knows will detonate everything. And then she sits back and watches it land.
My wife died in childbirth. It was the worst day of my life. The day I lost my child. Was I?
Get far, far away from me before I hit you.
I'm sorry.
Fuck your stories. You stupid, selfish girl.
That same evening, Agnes steps outside and sees Garth smoking a cigarette alone. He finishes and drops the butt on the ground and walks away. Agnes picks it up. She holds it to her lips and smokes it right there in the open. Garth comes back and catches her and tells her smoking is prohibited. Agnes is briefly embarrassed, but she does not throw it away. She pockets it and adds it to her secret collection of forbidden little objects she has been quietly gathering. In Gilead, where women are not allowed to own anything, Agnes has been building a small private rebellion, one trinket at a time. The cigarette butt is just the latest addition, and the fact that it touched Garth's lips makes it even more meaningful to her.
Agnes Mackenzie, shouldn't you be on your way to class?
And then there is the moment with Aunt Lydia in episode 6. Agnes goes directly to her and asks her to add Garth's name to the list of eligible commanders, so he can be considered as a match for her.
My guardian, the one who showed bravery on the bus that day when Mayday...
I am aware.
He's soon to be made a commander. Thought perhaps you might make him eligible.
Just stop and think about what that actually means in Gilead. Women do not request men. Women do not approach authority figures to advocate for themselves in matters of marriage. Doing this is the kind of thing that can get a girl sent to the colonies, can mark her as unruly. That takes a level of quiet courage that is almost impossible to explain unless you understand what Gilead does to girls who speak out of turn. Episode 8. Broken. Daisy gets her period. In Gilead, starting your period means you are eligible for marriage. It means the aunts will find out and the countdown to her being matched and owned begins. For Daisy, who is undercover inside Gilead as a spy, this is a catastrophe. If they find out, the mission is over. She goes to the bathroom to deal with it, and Shunammite walks in and sees.
You? This isn't fair. Even a Pearl girl gets her period before I do. Why is God doing this to me? Please don't tell him.
Daisy begs her to say nothing. She tries to manage it herself, but she is in white and she has nothing to hide it with. She goes to Garth and asks for help, but he does not even know what tampons are.
I got my period.
Blessed be the fruit.
Are you kidding me?
What?
I need you to get me some, like, tampons or something I can flush or hide.
But I don't know what those are.
Fuck's sake, figure it out.
There is no done.
And he tells her she has to stay in Gilead until Mayday wins. And then Agnes notices something is wrong. Shunammite had already quietly told her, and Agnes does not hesitate for a single second. She reaches into her pocket and slips Daisy a supply of sanitary pads.
She told you? Who else did she tell? The aunts?
No, she would never. You don't turn on your friends, ever.
And then she tells Daisy that Shunammite will not say a word. In a place where girls are conditioned to compete against each other and inform on one another for social points, Agnes chooses solidarity. That moment of Agnes slipping those pads to Daisy without hesitation is one of the most genuinely human things the show has produced all season. Episode 9. Maratsad. And now we get to the episode that broke the internet. Every single badass moment in this episode deserves its own conversation, but let us go through them one by one. First, Daisy's performance in Dr. Grove's office. Daisy knows what Grove has done. She knows he abused Agnes. She knows he abused Hulda. She knows he has been doing this for years and that the system has protected him every single time. So she uses the one weapon she has. She walks into his office for her dental appointment and she performs. Grove does not touch her this time because, unlike Agnes and Hulda, Daisy is not someone he can easily control. He can read that she is different, that she came from outside Gilead, that she would not stay quiet the way the others did. So he keeps his hands to himself. But Daisy did not come here to be left alone. She came here with a plan. The moment the appointment ends, she tears her own clothing, screams, and runs out of that office, accusing him of assault.
He tried to touch me. He tried to touch me. Please, please, please protect me. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no.
He did not touch her today, but everything she said about who he is true. She used the only language Gilead understands to take down a predator that Gilead itself refused to stop. That performance in that hallway is one of the most calculated and courageous things any character on this show has ever done. Second, Becca confronts Daisy at school.
You lying laptop. Are you trying to ruin my life or are you just crazy? Come on, she's evil. I told you she's evil.
When Becca hears the accusation against her father, she goes directly to Daisy and confronts her. She is shaking with fury. She has grown up believing in her father. She does not want to accept that the accusations are true. The confrontation gets so heated that Agnes physically has to pull Becca away before the aunts get involved. Becca in this moment is not villain or victim. She is a daughter whose world is collapsing, and even in that pain she shows up with everything she has. Shunammite steps in and holds the line to protect all three of them from the aunts noticing what is happening. And it is a reminder that the bravest moments are not always the ones that look brave from the outside. Third, and the biggest of them all, Agnes sits with Becca privately and without many words confirms what Grove did. She makes it clear how she knows. She does not have to say everything out loud for Becca to understand. And in that silence between them, Becca's entire understanding of her father shatters. That night, Becca walks into her father's bathroom while he is in the bath, and she kills him. Dr. Grove, the protected predator who smiled through accusations and reassured his family of his innocence, dies at the hands of the daughter he failed. It is the most personal act of justice the show has ever shown, and it costs Becca everything. She disguises herself and runs to Agnes covered in blood. She is arrested. She is taken away screaming Agnes's name. And Agnes watches from a window, unable to reach her, unable to do anything but witness what her truth set in motion. In Gilead, they train women to be silent. They train them to absorb whatever is done to them and call it God's will. But episode after episode, these girls have been choosing something else. A slap in a dressing room, a hand knocked away in a hallway, a dead wife mentioned across a dinner table, a cigarette but held to the lips, a packet of pads passed quietly between friends, a performance in a hallway that brought down a predator, and a daughter in a bathroom who decided enough was enough. They are not rebels yet, but they are becoming something, and Gilead is not going to know what hit it. Thank you for watching werecap. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next recap. See you in the next one.